This is how to make your cookies stronger, make their power number higher. So as you can see, my Black Forest cookie is pretty strong compared to my other cookies. This is mainly because of the attack increased toppings and the biscuit's effects. I will show you. The attack toppings increase her attack by 63.5% alone. Normally it wouldn't go that high with toppings, but I also have some attack substats on my toppings. Substats on toppings are random and can range from what the button says. When you click it, I'll show it later on the biscuit. The substats aren't as high on the toppings, but they still are pretty useful to pay close attention to. I'll show her attack without the biscuit and toppings. Her attack with them is 180,244. Oh, and also, make sure to have your skill level and cookie level to max level 90. Her attack without biscuit and toppings is 87,000. Not to mention, her power overall without biscuit and toppings is around 4OK, while with biscuit and toppings it's 950,000. And I have her max ascended, so that definitely had a role to play in her power. Now on to Black Pearl Cookie. She's pretty close to the same power as Black Forest Cookie. She's less promoted because she's a legendary and harder to get, but she's still relatively close to BFEC Black Forest Cookie power. She doesn't need to be as promoted to be that strong because legendaries are supposed to be stronger than epics for most things. That shield and sword button next to the biscuit name is the substat button. It shows what substats you can get and what the percentages can range from. There is an identical button with the toppings too, but the substat percentages are way different. Do you see that button that says attune? Since I forgot to show it in the video, I'm gonna have to describe it, but I think a lot of Kirk players will know what I'm talking about. Basically, the substats, the rectangles with percentages, might start out with a different class at the left side where the knife is. The substats aren't activated until they're the class of the cookie that biscuit is on, or explained simplest, the same icon as the biscuit icon. On to the next main power increasing method, the lab. Before you immediately decide whether you should do this or not, I must warn you that this is very tedious. It does help a lot, but it'll take a while to get it to do much. It takes a bunch of rarities too, so I suggest being mostly done with kingdom building upgrades. As you can see, I have the attack bonus for bombers upgraded quite a bit. This took a ton of rarities, and this is the only one. I upgraded a bunch. So do this after you upgrade your buildings in your kingdom to highish levels. Though I do recommend upgrading your production speed for your goods and materials some too. The extra topping and biscuit presets aren't necessary, but they can be useful. Especially the biscuit one, since to start off you only get one biscuit per set. Now on to my next point, landmarks. I have my landmarks in the Sky Garden, since I can't be bothered to have them in my kingdom. But increasing the space in the Sky Garden takes a bunch of rarities too, so you shouldn't feel obligated to put them there. Speaking of rarities, landmarks take lots of rarities too, so these should also be one of your last priorities if you want to upgrade the buildings in your kingdom. But they do stack up and contribute a lot to power eventually. The ones I recommend are the Dreaming Jelly Lion statue, Dark Lord's Castle, and the Chocolate Altar of the Fallen. These also cost gems, so you'll need to stop gambling on the gacha for a bit if you're like me. Some landmarks also increase things like production speed, balloon expedition speed, etc. Last thing is the bonds. These can give buffs like increasing a stat by a certain number, or increasing a stat by a certain percentage. I'm not sure if these buffs only apply to the cookies included. In the bond example, Operation Poison Mushroom might only give buffs to Fig Cookie, Poison Mushroom Cookie, and Licorice Cookie. Like, I genuinely have zero idea. The custom bonds also give buffs. Here are some custom bond buff examples. Here it says all cookies, but I don't know if it means all cookies in the bond or if all cookies in general. If it's all cookies, then these will be some pretty good buffs, since a lot of these custom bonds contain common and rare costumes. One last tip for you is that you can check in the arena or anywhere else what bonuses to a cookie's stats there are by clicking a button called Gear. I'm gonna put down some of my cookies that have a bunch of attack bonuses to show you. Oh, and once you click Gear, you need to click All Gear and it'll show each stats percentage increase across all gear, so biscuit and toppings percentage increases will be added together and shown to you. I will speed this next clip up, but it's basically me showing you what I just said. Anyways, I hope this helped you. and I hope you enjoyed this video.